Expand your vocabulary with our Core 2000 Words ebook. It's free and packed with essential expressions that you'll use on a daily basis. Start building your vocabulary today. Click the link in the description below to download your free Japanese ebook before it's gone.
Minasan konnichiwa. Hi everyone and welcome back to JapanesePod101.com's Kantan Kana. In the last lesson, we learned the hiragana characters ta, chi, tsu, te, and to. Be sure to review the last lesson if you're not feeling confident. After this lesson, you'll have learned over half of the hiragana characters. Keep going, but don't forget to review the ones that you've already learned. We'll start with na. Na is one of just 3 hiragana characters that have 4 strokes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Natsu, summer. Anata, you. Next up is ni. 1. There's a hane right here. 2, 3. The character kind of looks like a knee. These 2 strokes are the kneecap. Do you see it? Niku, meat. Kani, crab. Here is nu. The first stroke goes at an angle. The second stroke crosses over twice and ends in a loop. Inu, dog. Kinu, silk. Let's learn ne. The first stroke is straight up and down. Then we cross it once, twice, 3 times, and finish in a loop. Think of this loop as a fish swimming in a net. Think of this loop as a fish swimming in a net. Neko, cat. Okane, money. Finally, here's no. Just think of this as a sign with a slash through it, like a no smoking sign. Inoshishi, wild boar. Ono, axe. Now let's have a short quiz. I'll show you the hiragana and you read it. Bonus points if you remember what it means. Anata, you. Inu, dog. Okane, money. Now it's time for Chihiro's tip. Hiragana has evolved from more complex Chinese characters called kanji. Some kanji had easily recognizable sounds, so they were used phonetically. Then those were simplified over time and are used in the hiragana today. That's why you can find some kanji that look like hiragana and sound similar too. Have you ever given hana to your haha? In the next lesson, you'll learn how to write flower and mother in hiragana. See you next time!
Is it possible to cheat your way into speaking, reading, and writing in your target language? It is. That is, if you have our PDF language cheat sheets. How to practice speaking, reading, and writing with the PDF cheat sheets. And today, you'll discover 1. How you can add more language to your brain without spending time looking up words in a dictionary, and 2. How to improve your speaking, reading, and writing with the cheat sheets. But first, if you don't yet have access to these resources and our language learning system, sign up for a free lifetime account right now. Just click the link in the description to get your free lifetime account. What are PDF cheat sheets? Our cheat sheets are a quick way to improve your language skills without having to study for hours or spend time looking up words in a dictionary. With every cheat sheet, you get a basic dialogue and must-know words and phrases for common topics like hobbies, weather, talking about your day, and much more. And there are over 30 cheat sheets that you can download for free on our site, if you're a member. But how can you improve your language with the cheat sheet? Let's take a look. 1. How to practice speaking. Every cheat sheet comes with a quick, practical dialogue that you can use when you chat with native speakers. But you can also practice speaking ahead of time. Just read the dialogues out loud a few times a day and you'll get used to saying these lines. Reading out loud is one tried and tested tactic for improving your speaking skills. And when you get a chance to speak with a native speaker, you'll be able to say these lines naturally. 2. How to practice reading. You can also practice reading by simply reading through the cheat sheet, the key dialogue, and the words and phrases inside. Just download the PDF to your phone or computer and read through whenever you have a few moments. Or you can print out the cheat sheets and read through them as well. 3. How to practice writing. The easiest way to practice writing is to simply copy out the words on the cheat sheet into a notebook. You can also print out the cheat sheets and write on them directly. And as a bonus, you get to remember all of the words and phrases better. Whichever skill you want to practice, be sure to do it a few times a day, every day, for the language to really stick. Or just use the cheat sheets to cheat and get the must-know words for a topic you want to talk about. So, if you want to get access to these resources and our learning system, sign up for a free lifetime account right now. Just click the link in the description to get your free lifetime account. Remember, here's what you can do to learn all of these words by heart. Drill these words with our spaced repetition flashcards, which will help cement these words into your long-term memory. Save them to the word bank, your personal vocabulary collection, where you can print out your own study sheets, or review the words with our looped vocabulary slideshow, and play it until you know all of the words. So click the link in the description right now and sign up for your free lifetime account to get these lessons and study tools.
Minasan konnichiwa. Hi everyone and welcome back to JapanesePod101.com's Kantan Kana. In the last lesson, we learned the hiragana characters na, ni, nu, ne, and no. If you're not feeling confident about those, review the last lesson before continuing on. You've already learned 25 hiragana characters, so let's make it 30. We'll start with ha. 1, 2, 3. The first stroke has a hane at the end of it. This character is sometimes pronounced differently, but we will talk about that in another lesson. Also, ha looks a lot like ke, but with a curve at the end. Try not to confuse them. Here's haha. Mother. And here's hana. Flower. Next we have hi. Write it all with one stroke. Over, down, around, and like this at the end. Hito means person, and fukui means low. Now let's move on to fu. Fu is written with 4 strokes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Also, it's pronounced fu, not hu or fu. Your teeth don't touch your bottom lip. If you put your hand in front of your mouth, you should feel a puff of air when you say it. Here's fuku, which means clothes. And futa, which means lid. Next is he. He should all be 1 stroke. The second part should be longer than the first. There's also another way to pronounce he, but we'll save that for another lesson. Heso means belly button, and heta means unskilled. Our last character today is ho. 1, 2, 3, 4. This character looks a lot like ha that we talked about earlier. The difference is ho has an extra line on top right here. One example of ho is hone. Which means bone. Another example is hosoi, which means slender. Now let's have a short quiz. I'll show you the hiragana and you read it. Bonus points if you remember what it means. Hana, flower. Hito, person. Hosoi, slim. Now it's time for Chihiro's tip. Can you think of any Japanese place names that use the hiragana that we have learned so far? Now you can write Fukuoka in southern Japan and Akasaka, a district in Tokyo where the JapanesePod101.com office is. For extra practice, find a map of Japan in English and see which place names you can write in hiragana. Pretty soon you'll be able to write them all. Have you ever seen a kuma in the wild? Kuma means bear, and we will learn how to write that word in hiragana and a lot more in the next lesson. See you then!
If you're learning a language, the words and phrases that will come easiest to you will always be the ones you're interested in, whether it's words with bad or funny meanings or phrases about yourself, such as where you're from or how old you are. So what if you could make your own printable vocabulary worksheets so you could review and practice writing out the words that you're interested in? How to create your own printable vocabulary worksheets. Well, stick around. In today's guide, you'll discover 1. How to assemble your own word and phrase lists, 2. How to create your own printable worksheets, and much more. But first, if you don't yet have access to our language learning system, sign up for a free lifetime account right now. Just click the link in the description to get your free lifetime account. While you're learning the language, you should keep in mind what exactly you want from this language. Do you want to talk about yourself, your hobbies, or understand TV or music? Why? Because you'll naturally learn faster if you're learning about what you're interested in. So, here's how you can assemble your own personal vocab lists. 1. As you go through our lessons on the pathway, you'll likely come across words and phrases you want to remember. You could write them down, or you can send them to the Word Bank, which is a premium feature where you can store words and phrases for later review. So look for the Add to Word Bank button on the lesson page. 2. too. You can also save words and phrases from our free vocabulary list to the word bank as well. You can sort through hundreds of vocabulary lists by topics such as weather, hobbies, talking about your day, and more, so you can find words that you're interested in. And then click on Add All to Word Bank. Here's how you can make your own worksheets. Just go to the vocabulary menu and select Word Bank. There, you'll see your collection of words and phrases. Just click on Printer-Friendly Version to print them out. You can also click Export Word Bank. If you've organized and labeled your words into categories such as verbs and adjectives, you can select that label and export it as a PDF. Then, go ahead and print the file out. You can use this worksheet to review the words or even write on it. So, if you just want ready-made printable worksheets and cheat sheets, then you can always unlock our free Conversation and Vocabulary PDF cheat sheets and PDF writing worksheets. These resources are free for members of our language learning system. So, if you want to learn the language and get access to these learning tools and our learning system, sign up for a free lifetime account right now. Just click the link in the description to get your free lifetime account. Remember, here's what you can do to learn all of these words by heart. Drill these words with our spaced repetition flashcards, which will help cement these words into your long-term memory. Save them to the Word Bank, your personal vocabulary collection where you can print out your own study sheets, or review the words with our looped vocabulary slideshow and play it until you know all of the words. So click the link in the description right now and sign up for your free lifetime account to get these lessons and study tools.
Minasan konnichiwa. Hi everyone, I'm Chihiro and welcome back to JapanesePod101.com's Kantan Kana. In the last lesson, we learned the hiragana characters ha, hi, hu, he, and ho. If you're not feeling confident about those, review the last lesson before continuing on here. You've already learned 30 hiragana characters so far. Great job! Only 16 left to go. So let's get started with ma. 1, 2, 3. This might also remind you of the right side of the character ho. The difference is, in ho, the vertical line doesn't go past the top stroke, but in ma, it does. Kuma is bear and machi is town or neighborhood. You'll hear this word a lot in place names around Japan. Next, this is mi. First, one long stroke like this, and then one short one like this. Have you ever had miso soup? Miso is bean paste used a lot in Japanese food, and mise is store. Now let's move on to mu. 1, 2, down and around and up. When written, the loop on mu looks like it's at the corner, but when printed, it's a bit higher up. The word mushi means bug. And mukashi means a long time ago. Next is me. First we do one short stroke, and then a long one here like this. Don't confuse me with nu. Nu has a loop, but me doesn't. Me by itself is I. Another word is mame, which is the Japanese word for beans. Our last character today is mo. 1, 2, and 3. This character might remind you of ma, but ma has a loop to the left and mo has an open hook on the right. Momo is peach. And mono is thing. Now let's have a short quiz. I'll show you the hiragana and you read it. Bonus points if you remember what it means. Kuma, bear. Mushi, bug. Momo, peach. Now it's time for Chihiro's tip. How's your kana learning going? If you're having a tough time learning the characters, why not check out the hiragana chart on JapanesePod101.com's Learning Center. You'll be able to see all the kana, watch the stroke order, and hear them pronounced by a native speaker. Don't just get stuck in one learning method, mix it up for best results. Do you feel like taking a yasumi or rest? When you're ready, we'll show you how to write that word and many others in our next lesson.
Want to improve writing in your target language? In this guide, you'll discover the top 8 ways to practice and master writing with our lessons and learning program. Let's begin. Number 1, write out the words and phrases by hand. One of the best ways to improve your writing is to simply write more. So write every word, phrase, and sentence that you learn in the lessons by hand in a notebook. You can write out the conversations from the dialogue study tool, example sentences from the lesson notes, and words and phrases from our vocabulary lists. Number 2, take the writing quizzes. With every lesson, you get review quizzes to help you master what you've learned. Just scroll down to the vocabulary section or click on Vocabulary. Click on Take Quiz, and then click on Writing Questions. Number 3, leave a comment on the lesson. After you're done with a lesson, be sure to use what you've learned, whether a new word or a grammar point. Leave a comment in the comment section and our teachers will review it and give you feedback. Number 4, dictation. Dictation is a study method where you write down what you hear as a way to test both your writing and listening skills. You can do this with any one of our audio and video lessons. This method is recommended for intermediate level learners and above. Number 5, create sentences using newly learned words. You can learn new words with our lessons, the word of the day, the vocab lists, and the core 2000 word list, which gives you the 2000 most frequently used words. And as mentioned before, you can also leave a comment with a practice sentence, and our teachers will review it. Number 6, write short messages to your Premium Plus teacher. Just write out a message and send it to your Premium Plus teacher for review. In fact, as a first step, all new Premium Plus users are asked to write a self-introduction and send it to their teacher. Your teacher will review your work, give you feedback, corrections, and help you improve your writing skills fast. Number 7, get writing assignments from your Premium Plus teacher. You can also get assignments that cover listening, writing, speaking, and even reading from your teacher. These assignments can be tailored to your goals and needs. You get a new one every week, or anytime you're ready for a new one. Number 8, get even more lessons in the lesson library. If you want even more writing lessons, then visit our lesson library, and under Category, choose Reading and Writing. You get instant access to all of the pathways and lessons that will help you master all areas of the language, including writing. You'll get all of our pathways and lessons that are dedicated to helping you master writing. So, if you're ready to finally learn language the fast, fun, and easy way, and start speaking from your very first lesson, get our complete learning program. Sign up for your free lifetime account right now. Click the link in the description. And if you enjoyed these tips, hit the like button, share it with anyone who's trying to learn a language, and subscribe to our channel. We release new videos every week. I'll see you next time. Bye!
everyone! Welcome to Basic Japanese Writing, the fastest, easiest, and most fun way to master the Japanese alphabet. You've learned these 25 hiragana characters from the previous lessons. In this lesson, you learn 5 new characters and 16 new sounds. I promise it will be easy, so stay tuned to learn all about them. The first hiragana character for this lesson is ha. Ha. To remember ha, imagine this part is a capital letter H and then there's a small a in front of it. Ha. Ha might look similar to ke, so it may be confusing. To tell the difference between them, remember that ha has a hoop. Did you miss the dakten last lesson? Well, this column can be modified by adding a dakten as well. Can you guess what the new sound will be after adding a dakten to ha? It will be ba, ha, ba, ha, ba. But wait, there's one more mark that can modify the H column. It's the handakten, or maru mark. It looks like a small circle and it's placed in the same position as the dakten. This mark makes the consonant of the syllable plosive and it's unique to this column. Ha with the handakten is pronounced pa, ha, pa, ha, pa. A consonant is plosive when there's a big burst of air coming out of your mouth when you say it. Pa, pa. Try to feel the difference. Ha, ba, pa, pa. Ha is also a popular hiragana. It's a topic marking particle in Japanese. So the word or phrase that comes before it is the topic of the sentence. But be careful. Ha is pronounced differently when it's used as a topic marking particle. It will be pronounced as wa. For example, これは箸です。箱は大きいです。母は花が好き。Many native speakers actually find it hard to read this last example if it's written just in hiragana. This is where kanji is very useful. Knowing which part is a word and which part is a particle makes it easy to read Japanese. Hiragana ha is written in 3 strokes. The first 2 strokes are similar to the hiragana ke. It starts with a curved vertical stroke that ends with a hane. Then the second stroke is a short horizontal line. The third stroke is a vertical line which crosses the second stroke and finishes off with a loop. Okay, let's see it again. Okay, next up is the hiragana character hi. Hi. Can you see a smiling mouth going hi 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 hi? Now, let's add a dakten to hi. Hi with a dakten is pronounced as bi, hi, bi, hi, bi. And how will it sound like with a handakten? It's going to be pi, hi, pi, hi, pi. Hiragana hi is written in 1 stroke. Start by making a short horizontal line, then trace back a bit and make a big curve that ends around here. Trace back again and make a small curve. Okay, let's see it again. The third hiragana for this lesson is fu. It's not fu or fu, but somewhat in between fu, fu. It's a sound unique to Japanese, so let's remember it with something unique to Japan. Mount Fuji. Let's try adding a dakten to fu as well. How do you think it will sound? It's pronounced as bu. Listen carefully. ふ、ぶ、ふ、ぶ. Now let's try it with the handakuten. It becomes ぷ、ふ、ぷ、ふ、ぷ. Hiragana ふ is written in 4 strokes. The first stroke is a short slanted stroke on the top. It ends with a hane. The second stroke is a medium-sized stroke that looks like a nose. Flick your pen at the end of this stroke and continue on to where the third stroke starts. Draw a short slanted stroke. This one also ends with a hane. Continue on to this point, where you make a final short carved line. It takes some time to get used to writing this character smoothly, so be sure to practice writing it. Okay, let's see it again. Next is the hiragana character, he. He. It looks like it's pointing up to heaven, where the sky is. Let's modify he with a dakuten. It's now pronounced as be, he, be, he, be. And when he is modified with a handakuten, it will be pronounced as pe, he, pe, he, pe. He is the particle used to indicate the place towards which something is moving. Just like ha, he also changes pronunciation when used as a particle. In this case, we pronounce it as e, just like the hiragana e. Listen to some examples. 学校へ行く、駅へ行く. Hiragana he is written in 1 stroke. Start from the middle and draw a diagonal line upwards. Then, turn and make a longer diagonal line towards the bottom right. The peak of this character should not be in the center. Instead, it's a bit to the left. Also, the line upwards should be a little bit shorter than that of the downwards line. Okay, let's see it again. Our final character for this lesson is the hiragana ho. Ho. Try imagining a horse's face with its mane on the left side to remember this character. Does ho remind you of ha? They both have a hoop. So how do you remember them? Well, ho has 2 horizontal lines, and ha only has 1. So this means ha has only half the lines and ho has the whole lot. What does ho sound like with a dakuten? Ho with a dakuten is pronounced bo, ho, bo, ho, bo. And with a handakuten, it will be po, ho, po, ho, po. Hiragana ho is written in 4 strokes. The first stroke is a carved vertical line with a hane at the end, just like the first stroke of ha, ni, and ke. The second and third stroke are 2 short parallel lines on the top right. The final stroke begins from the second stroke, goes down, and cuts through the third stroke and ends with a loop. Make sure that the final stroke does not start above the second stroke. Okay, let's see it again. Let's see all the characters again. Ha, or if it's used as a particle, wa, ba, pa, hi, bi, pi, fu, bu, pu, he. Or if it is used as a particle, e, be, pe, ho, bo, po. Now, let's review what you've learned. I'll show you a character or a word and give you time to say them. Ready? Pu. Remember that it's like Mount Fuji. Bi. It has the handakuten, which makes it plosive, so it's pe. Na. Remember, it's the complicated knot, right? Which one is the hiragana ha? It's this one with the hoop and half the horizontal lines as ho. Go. Chi. Hana. This means flower. Hiza. It's your knee. This could be hashi, meaning chopsticks, or hashi, which means bridge. Fushigi. Fushigi means strange. Hanabi. This is Japanese for fireworks. Literally, it means fire flowers. Fukuzatsu. This means complicated. Hikidashi. Hikidashi is a drawer. Keppeki. It means perfectionist. Great job! As you learn more characters, you notice that some of them look similar. Try making a chart of your own, grouping similar characters and list down a unique feature you can find for each so that, when you see it, you can identify that specific character easily. Okay, let's wrap up this lesson by recapping what you've learned. In this lesson, you learned ha, ba, and pa, hi, bi, and pi, fu, bu, and pu, he, be, and pe, and ho, bo, and po. よくできました。You've now mastered 30 characters and 56 Japanese syllable sounds. Are the dakuten and handakuten marks getting too complicated? Don't worry, this is the last column you'll use them in. Next time, there's no need to use your head as much, but you learn how to say it in Japanese instead when we move on to the M column. Before you go, practice writing the following words on your own. Hata, 骨、8、星、肘、膝、ひげ、ニキビ、1つ、2つ、放棄、差別、響き、日付、複雑、方法、一つずつ、潔癖。See you in the next lesson! またね!
If you want to learn more words so you can speak and understand even more of your target language, there is a super simple way to do this. In fact, it's so simple that most people don't even think of it because it doesn't involve language apps, YouTube videos, or your computer. I'm talking about writing things out by hand. How to learn words and phrases by writing them out. And in this guide, you'll discover 1. Why writing words out helps you pick up languages faster, 2. How to use our free PDF workbooks to practice writing, and much more. But first, if you don't yet have access to our language learning system, sign up for a free lifetime account right now. Just click the link in the description to get your free lifetime account. You probably already know that one of the best ways to master a language is through actually using it and practicing it. And that's where writing things out comes in, because you're using the language when you write it down. And on top of that, the physical act of writing helps your brain remember the words much better than seeing them on screen or typing them out. Now, handwriting may feel slow, but by taking it slow, you actually speed up your learning and master the language faster, because you engage more of your brain in the process. So, how can you do this? You can apply this trick to any resource that you're using right now by simply copying out the words and phrases that you come across. The more you write them out, the better they'll stick. With our learning system, you can 1. Practice with our free PDF writing workbooks and worksheets. All members get free access to our PDF writing workbooks and worksheets, which are based on common topics like the alphabet, common nouns, adjectives, greetings, and much more. Inside, you learn the most common words and phrases for that topic, and you get plenty of space to practice writing the words out. And in the last section of the workbook, you'll get tested on the words. You'll see the translations of the words, so you'll have to try and remember the meaning in the target language and write it in. 2. Practice writing with the free Word of the Day emails. Every day, we send you a new word to your email inbox. You get the audio pronunciation, sample sentence, and a picture to help it stick. But you can also just as easily write that word down and do that daily, every time the emails come in. And now you have a simple language routine going that you can stick with. Now, if you want to learn a little more than just words, you can 3. Practice writing out the conversations from our lessons. So, if you want to master entire conversations in your target language, you can also copy out the conversations from our audio and video lessons by hand. And this will help you master words, phrases, and grammar rules all at once, since you're not just writing out words, but actual lines. Just scroll down to the dialogue section of a lesson to see the conversation. So, if you want to get access to these learning tools and our learning system, sign up for a free lifetime account right now. Just click the link in the description to get your free lifetime account. Remember, here's what you can do to learn all of these words by heart. Drill these words with our spaced repetition flashcards, which will help cement these words into your long-term memory. Save them to the word bank, your personal vocabulary collection, where you can print out your own study sheets, or review the words with our looped vocabulary slideshow, and play it until you know all of the words. So click the link in the description right now and sign up for your free lifetime account to get these lessons and study tools.
Hi everyone! Welcome to Basic Japanese Writing, the fastest, easiest, and most fun way to master the Japanese alphabet. You've learned these 30 hiragana characters from the previous lessons. In this lesson, you learn 5 new hiragana characters. The first hiragana character for this lesson is ma. Ma. Try looking at it as a man in a mask, and you remember ma. Hiragana ma is written in 3 strokes. Start with 2 parallel horizontal lines. Both of them go from left to right. The first horizontal line is slightly longer than the second one. The third stroke starts from the top, cuts through the first 2 strokes, then makes a loop at the bottom. To keep a good balance, don't make these 2 horizontal lines too long. They should be just a little wider than the loop at the bottom. Okay, let's see it again. Okay, next up is the hiragana character, mi. Mi. Think of it as the musical note mi, do, re, mi. hiragana mi is written in 2 strokes. The first stroke starts with a short horizontal line, goes down, makes a loop at the bottom, and ends with an arc. The second stroke is a curved vertical line that cuts through the end of the arc of the first stroke. Okay, let's see it again. The third one is the hiragana mu. Mu. Mu looks like a cow, and what do cows say? Moo! Hiragana mu is written in 3 strokes. Mu starts in a similar way to the character su. First, draw a horizontal line. But unlike su, this should be a bit to the left. Next, start from the top and cut through the first stroke. Then, make a loop towards the bottom. After the loop, retrace the same line, but unlike su, don't flick your pen yet. Instead, turn to the right and make a horizontal line. Then, turn upwards and stop right here. Don't pass the first stroke. The third stroke is a short slanted line above the end of the second stroke. Okay, let's see it again. This is the hiragana character, me. Me. Does me remind you of this character? The one where the chopsticks are holding some noodles? But look, this part is now missing. This means that the chopsticks dropped some noodles and made a mess. Hiragana me is written in 2 strokes. Me is written just like nu, except for this loop at the end. So first, draw a curved, slanted line. The second stroke starts at the same height as the first stroke, but curves opposite it. Then it finishes with a big curve. Instead of the loop in nu, flick your pen at the end of this stroke. To have a good balance, make sure that proportions of the spaces are correct. Okay, let's see it again. And our final character for this lesson is the hiragana mo. Mo. To remember mo, just imagine it as a monitor lizard. This part is its huge long tail. Ma and mo might be confusing because they look similar. But just remember that ma is the one with a mouth. Hiragana mo is written in 3 strokes. First, draw a fishing hook shape starting from the top and ending with a flick. It looks like a hiragana shi, right? The second and third strokes are the 2 parallel horizontal lines intersecting the first stroke. Okay, let's see it again. Let's see all the characters again. Ma, mi, mu, me, mo. Now, let's review what you've learned. I'll show you a character or a word and give you time to say them. Ready? Me. Me actually means I. Mu. Pa. Which one is a hiragana? Nu. It's this one, holding more noodles. Ka. Tsu. Just like a tsunami. Zo. Sa. Remember not to mistake it for chi. Machi. This means town or city. This could be ame, which means rain. Ame, which means candy. Atama. It's an important part of your body. It means head. This is kimono. It literally means something you wear. Tameiki. It means sigh. Mainichi. Mainichi means every day. Speaking of which, I hope you're practicing every day. Try saying this long one. Was it difficult? Yes, it is. 難しい means difficult. Great job! Do you have other mnemonic suggestions to make remembering hiragana easier? Share them in the comments below. Okay, let's wrap up this lesson by recapping what you've learned. In this lesson, you learned hiragana characters ma, mi, mu, me, and mo. よくできました。You've now mastered 35 characters and 61 Japanese syllable sounds. Do you know what the nuigurumi is? You're going to find out what this cute word means next time when we tackle the R column. Before you go, practice writing the following words on your own. Himo, 道 kuma 無駄 港 もみじ 荷物 まぶた おまけ ため息 はちみつ まぶしい 食べ物 飲み物 つま先 毎日 まじない 蒸し暑い 難しい もったいない See you in the next lesson! またね!
Hey everyone, welcome to the Monthly Review, the monthly show on language learning, where you discover new learning strategies, motivational tips, study tools, and resources. By the way, all the lessons and bonuses you're about to see can be downloaded for free on our website. So click the link in the description right now to sign up for your free lifetime account. Okay, today's topic is how to write 1,000 words in your target language in 5 minutes a day. Now, don't worry, this language learning method isn't as hard as it sounds. But through it, you'll master a ton of words, phrases, and grammar, improve your speaking, and much more, simply by writing for just 5 minutes a day. How exactly? Stick around. Today, you'll discover a simple but powerful tactic for practicing writing, the hidden language learning benefits of writing, and how to write 1,000 words with a special free study tool. But first, if you're looking for new free language resources and downloads, here are this month's new lessons and resources. Be sure to download these now before we take them down in a few days. First, the Giving the Time PDF Conversation Cheat Sheet. This brand new cheat sheet will teach you how to ask for and give the time fluently. Download it for free right now. And second, the Core 2,000 Words PDF ebook. Actually, this PDF ebook is usually not free and is sold at our store. But you can get free access for the next few days and get fluent with the 2,000 must-know words inside. So don't miss out, because this book will go back into our vault soon. To get your free resources, click the link in the description below right now. They're yours to keep forever. Now to today's topic. how to write 1,000 words in your target language in 5 minutes a day. Part 1. A simple but powerful tactic for practicing writing. So, what's this powerful learning tactic that'll help you write 1,000 words? Well, you'll be surprised how simple it is. But the language learning technique is simply copying and writing lines into a notebook, and it's a super easy way to start writing in your target language. Now, you might be feeling underwhelmed. You may now be writing a comment about how you're disappointed now that you know what it is. But if you actually copy things out consistently, this writing tactic can and will help you master a language. That is, if you take action. So why does copying things out work, and what makes it a good language learning strategy? Part 2. The hidden language learning benefits of writing. First, it's super easy to do. Copying out lines, say from a textbook or an article, takes no thinking whatsoever. You don't have to worry about what to write, you just copy. You can do it any time of day, and it's a skill you can practice on your own. Second, writing helps you retain the language. How? The more you interact with the language, the better you remember it. So when writing out words, you're focused on them, and you're reading them at the same time. This helps the information stick. Third, you learn new words, phrases, and grammar indirectly. If you keep up with this daily, you'll always come across new words as you practice with this technique, and writing them out will help you remember them. Fourth, you indirectly improve your speaking and reading skills as well. The words and phrases that you learn and retain this way will of course spill over into reading and speaking, and help you speak, read, and understand more of the language. And fifth, you get valuable language output practice. With language learning, you need equal amounts of input, reading and listening, and output, speaking and writing, to truly master a language. Writing is the perfect way to practice output. This tactic works so well that it's a practice among writers, novelists, and even people in advertising. Writers imitate great writers by copying out their work word for word. And by doing this, they get used to a certain style of writing. And the same goes for language. You get used to the language, the structure of sentences, and what sounds natural and what doesn't. Now, how do you apply this copying out tactic? Do you just copy anything? And should you write 1,000 words all up front? The answer to that last question is no, but here's what you do. Part 3. How to write 1,000 words with a special free study tool. First, sign up for our Word of the Day. This is a free study tool, and every day it sends you an email with a new word, along with the meaning and a few sample sentences. Second, open up the lesson when you get it. Review the word and then copy out the word in the sample sentences. And that's it, you're done for the day. This takes 5 minutes or less. Then, the next day, repeat the process. Open up the Word of the Day email and copy out the words in sample sentences. To reach 1,000 words in 1 month, you need to write about 35 words a day. And you can do that easily by just copying out the word in a few sample sentences. And through this, you'll learn more words and phrases and grammar. You'll also directly improve your writing skills and indirectly improve your reading and speaking skills. By the way, you can use this tactic with any other resource as well. You can copy out the lesson dialogues in our lessons. You can use your own textbook or online articles. The list is endless. But it's much easier with the Word of the Day because you get daily vocabulary and sample sentences to copy out. You don't have to go looking for things to copy out. So give it a try and let us know how it works out. Thank you for watching this episode of Monthly Review. Next time, we'll talk about input versus output and getting real results from your language studies. If you enjoyed these tips, hit the like button, share the video with anyone who's trying to learn a language, and subscribe to our channel. We release new videos every week. And if you're ready to finally learn language the fast, fun, and easy way and start speaking from your very first lesson, get our complete learning program. Sign up for your free lifetime account right now. Click the link in the description. See you next time. Bye! Expand your vocabulary with our core 2,000 words ebook. It's free and packed with essential expressions that you'll use on a daily basis. Start building your vocabulary today. Click the link in the description below to download your free Japanese ebook before it's gone.